Is this good? This seems good. Social media. All right. Let's break down those two words. Social media. Okay. Social media and digital minimalism. Let's break down social media to begin with. So we have two words here. We have social and we have media. We know what media is. Media is essentially a medium. Media is everywhere in our lives right now, as it always has been, but now it's more interactive than ever. We can interact with the news that's blaring on all of our major television channels. We have media on our phones. We have media all around us on billboards, televisions, phone screens. And where we're at in this point within our society is we're bombarded with media all the time. It's all around us, all of the time. And social media is essentially media that allows us to interact socially. So we can look at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat as these social media platforms. And these platforms allow us to hop into them and engage socially with the media that is being presented to us. Excuse me. Social media, yeah, it's a tool, you know. It allows us as humans to be able to interact with the media that's being presented with us and share it with other people. Not much more to say about that. Use it how you wish. I guess that's the message to give on the topic, on the subject of social media. You know, with anything, it can be good, it can be bad. We can be consumers of social media. We can also be producers of social media. And I think it's important to be aware of whether we're being consumers or whether we're being producers, and more specifically whether we're mainly being producers or mainly being consumers. I think it's all a balance, but if you're consuming more than you're producing, you want to make sure that eventually you want to start producing more than you're consuming, and you want to make sure that what you're producing is your own. That it's original and that it's authentic, so then when another person goes to consume that social media, that information that you're providing through social media, you want to make sure that they're digesting quality content. You know, you don't want to be if you're constantly producing or resharing or refiltering the same shit that's been happening time and time again, it's not going to be the most enjoyable to digest, as it's already been digested before. You know, and so in that sense, you're essentially, if you were to be producing media that's already been digested and spit out, it's like you're just regurgitating chewed up food, which wouldn't be the most pleasant thing to eat or digest. So it's kind of my thoughts on social media. Digital minimalism is I find important to integrate within our lives, especially if you are feeling overwhelmed with brain fog, if you're dealing with a lot of mental fog. Digital minimalism, you know, we've all heard of minimalism by now. If you haven't, it's just simply the art of creating a life that sustains yourself in the cleanest way. It's kind of how I see it. Being super efficient with things. So when we look at that, we look at how we can minimize our digital life to create the most efficient use of our digital time. What that means for me, like I feel as though I've integrated that before, and I integrate it to this day, is one thing I've done in the past is when I feel really stagnant in my life, I tend to just clear a lot of things up, change things around. I change my environment, whether it be my living space, my workspace, my creative space. I find that if I just start moving things around, like scrapping things, if I'm working on a project that I'm halfway through it, or I started it and I haven't finished it, sometimes it's best for me to just scrap the whole thing, clear everything off the table. Then you've got a blank slate, and then you can start building and creating from there. And that just helps. I mean, it's like, so when you're I do that too with I've done that in the past with Instagram, where you build up on Instagram, you know, you can follow people, right? So if I feel really stagnant in my life, I'll look at my followers, not my followers, I'll look at who I'm following, and I'll unfollow everybody on my Instagram. You know what I mean? Because over time, the people who you follow, they're projecting a certain image back to you through their social media. And when you're continually and constantly absorbing that specific bit of information, you start to generate a reality that becomes more solidified over time, because you're receiving that same information over time, and it can begin to concrete a reality that you begin to live. And I think for personally, you know, like, social media is a big part of my life. I've gathered a lot of information from social media, and so I think it's important to clear out who you're following, clear out your information sources from time to time, especially if you feel stagnant within your life, and then and that just allows you to begin picking and choosing new sources of information, essentially. And I think that's important. We need to be continually changing and rearranging our sources of information so that we can come to learn new ways of life, change our reality, learn new things, implement new things. You know, social media is just a tool. Digital minimalism is a methodology. It's a method of clearing that social media and allowing it to flow through our lives in the most efficient way possible. So, yeah, I think it's definitely important to keep your sources of information clear and concise. Keep it minimal if you can. Sometimes keeping things to a minimum can make the greatest difference. So, yeah, I guess we'll keep this video short to go along with the theme of minimalism. And those are my general views upon the subject of social media and digital minimalism. So, hope you enjoyed. Maybe you were able to take some value away from this Speaks with Colors presentation. And let me know your thoughts. If there's anything on your mind that you want to see me cover, anything in your life that you are struggling with, let me know in the comments section, or call me if you got my phone number. Send me a text, send me a message on Instagram. I'm here on Instagram at SpeaksWithColors. I'm on YouTube at SpeaksWithColors. You can view my website, where I have a blog, a collection of photos, Got some crystals up in the shop at SpeaksWithColors.art. Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.